I'm Christpher Kirschner. I currently live in New York City. I graduated with a Master's of Arts in Interactive Media from the University of Missouri. The reason why I chose interactive media is because when I was an undergrad, my background was in print journalism, so just to have another facet of the field under my education I think is important. When I was in school, social media wasn't as big as it is now. Multimedia wasn't as big as it is currently. The biggest concern I had when I started the program is would the professors actually devote as much time as they would to the people who are actually in Columbia, whether it be opportunities to interact with other students, and the interaction between the students, even though we were all 100% online, felt like it was an actual classroom environment. When I was an adjunct professor in Atlanta, I told my students, I think the biggest thing with being a journalist is having a wide network of people to lean on. In my program, there were people who were on-camera reporters, behind-the-scenes production, in management roles. So just talking with all of those people with different backgrounds, maybe in the future they can help me get a job or I can help them get a job. Everybody knows Missouri. I mean, it's one of the best journalism schools in the country. You just know of Missouri just from its reputation. And being a professional reporter, I come in contact with Mizzou grads every day, and all of them speak highly of the program. So once I knew that I wanted to be a master's student, Missouri was one of the first schools that I looked into, and I'm thrilled with my choice. I can say that I graduated from one of the best journalism schools in the country.